What's going on, guys? It's your boy Random Guy Kev, and this is Thoughts of a Random Guy. We talk about many things dealing with love, dating, relationships, adulting, life's ups and downs, and the ever evolving world of just being a human. Don't forget to check me out on all your favorite social media platforms at Random Guy Kev and my website at randomguykev.com. Today's topic is platonic relationships. Is that even possible? And my co host for this episode is.
Hey guys, I'm Ryan.
And I'm Patrick.
So we got two. We got two of you guys. Two of you. Two of you as guests. But yes, platonic relationships. And when we say platonic relationships, we mean platonic relationships with
Members of the opposite sex, I'm
yeah,
guessing?
members of the opposite sex that is just like nothing like affectionate. You guys are just chill. You guys are just that's
Yeah.
it. That's exactly what it is. It's just like you guys are just friends. It is what it is. And I feel like a lot of people can't accept platonic relationships that they see of other people. Like
Yeah.
I've been, I've dated people or been in a relationship with people that get jealous of my friends, of my female friends, because they're just like, hold on, y'all friends? Y'all ain't never fuck or nothing? Y'all ain't never kick
Yeah.
it? And it's like,
I've seen this.
nah,
I've
that's
been there a
that's
million
like
times.
that's like my sister right there. Like that's what it is. Like ain't nothing. We never had nothing going on. It's like really, they is cute. Like and y'all never did anything together. Like why aren't you with them? Because again, that's
That's what
like
you're here
family.
for.
Like it's weird.
That's what you're here for.
It's weird. Like come on. I mean, and so it's like having those platonic relationships. Sometimes people of the opposite sex look at it weird, especially when women have male friends that don't want anything to do with them. I know this bitch is crazy. Why would I want to deal with her
Yeah.
at
Yep.
all?
It's the
Yep.
red flag. It's the red
It's the
I,
flag.
biggest red flag of all
I
time.
I see so many red flags with the person. Why would I ever see myself being with them? And I think that at some point when we do build new relationships, some of my longest relationships, my platonic relationships, have been people I've known for years since I was a kid, and it's like I never looked at them that way.
Oh, yeah,
Then,
no.
and then I
Me
got
too.
some that were older, but then it's like, I mean, I see you more as a friend anyway. Like I've never really been attracted to you or anything. It's like then we're vibey, we're cool, and it's kind of it. How about you guys?
Ryan, you want to take this one first?
Yeah, so I mean, I've had plenty of platonic relationships in my life. I think a lot of time it's seeing what kind of value or contribution somebody can bring to your life. And it's really important to be able to cherish that and understand the value of it. And I think a lot of people get caught up either in emotions or misguided from different actions or words people will give, and they'll take it in the wrong lighting. And then, it kind of damages that kind of relationship you could have with somebody.
Yeah, no, I mean, I can understand that, but at the same time, it's like, for most of the situations I've ever been in, it's typically like the other person just gets a little bit, like Kevin said, jealous. And when in your brain, you're just kind of like, man, there's nothing going on here. I don't know how you could ever see this. But I'm going to pose the question back to you guys. Have you guys ever had a situation where one of your partners had been having a member of the opposite sex and they were like great friends, but like you always felt like there was something a little off? I feel like it's just because of like our brains are wired to know what the other guy is thinking and like what they're doing. And like I don't know if you've ever been in the situation of being like, "Oh, I'm the guy best friend," you know? Like
I'm
I'm going to play the long game on this one. But like that's what I'm saying. Like
yeah. I
we're
mean,
we're we're
I
guys
think
too. We know how it works.
I think it's interesting because some people that have are those type of friends. Sometimes they fucked,
Oh
and now
yeah.
the shit didn't go nowhere, so they decided to be friends. If you're my girl and your guy best friend has fucked you, and you guys are still cool, okay. Like I'm not gonna be. I don't. It is what it is. It happened. But at the same time, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna be like, hey, if he wants to hang out with you and you guys are alone, or he's the only guy there, fuck that.
Oh
Fuck
yeah.
Yeah,
all
no, no,
that.
no. There's
No
That's
there's
that's a
way.
there's
that's
No
a
no
way in
no
need
hell.
for
no for
that.
me.
it's unnecessary, and you already know there's a past, there's a history, and humans are creatures of comfort and repetition. They'll continue to commit to those kinds of actions. So leaving a situation open to something like that, I personally wouldn't be crazy about that. Pat?
My personal take on that one is so the funny thing is everyone's always like, "Oh, you're just insecure and don't trust your don't trust your partner." My thing is more so, like I said, I am a guy. I know how guys think, and sometimes they try to play the long game like that, you know.
I mean,
But
I give everybody the benefit of the doubt.
oh,
No matter
agreed.
what, I'm
I'm
gonna give
right
you the
there with
benefit
you
of the doubt until I see like
until
a
I get a red
sign or
flag.
something. I,
Yeah.
I see something weird. I'm like, now I gotta watch you. Now
No.
I actually have to watch you because I don't like this shit.
Yeah. No. When I get that red flag, it's like that first like one little sign where you see like maybe they're just looking a little too long, or
Mm-hmm.
maybe they're trying to get a little handsy, and you're like, I don't know about that. Like,
You
I
could
can't.
definitely see that through like small interactions or actions people commit, and seeing how close or sensitive they react to different things.
Oh yeah, like I've never been in a situation to where like what you said, Kev, where like her previous partner, they basically they fucked, and then now they're just good friends. For me, that is a huge red flag. Like for me, because if if it didn't work out and y'all are just better off being friends, what is the added friendship that you get? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, what's the value? What's the
Yeah,
value in the friendship? Like, is it like y'all just flirt with each other, or like
you make
what?
yourselves
Like,
feel good about each other.
yeah,
Like,
like
what
what?
is
What?
that? It's
What's the extra? Like, y'all don't need to be friends. Y'all don't need to be close. Nothing like that. Because for me too, it's like I feel like, if I fuck somebody and we're cool, whatever, and then I decide to get in a relationship with somebody, and this person, is still somewhat a part of my life, I will let my significant other know. But I was also, I mean, my friends know, like, I feel like people around know, like, I shouldn't, try to be around. He's got a girl now. She's gonna get jealous. I'm pretty sure he's gonna tell her about my situation. Because personally, I tell everything. I tell as much information as possible because women are cops. I don't have time for headaches, no
Facts.
no bullshit. Like,
Facts.
yeah,
I'm gonna
Ain't
tell you
trying to
everything.
play games. No
Yeah,
games.
I know. Yeah, like and I tell people there's no reason to lie if you could just say everything and just not get caught up. Fuck it, just say everything. Hey, I had a relationship with this person. We're still friends. I I don't see them like that. Like, but we don't hang out. Da 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 da. If you don't feel comfortable with them being around whenever I have something, just let me know and I won't invite them. But just off the strength, I'm not gonna invite somebody like that
it's just
around.
that
Like,
boundary that you have to
yeah.
set. You know, like that.
Do you
That's it.
Do you think, like, when it comes to platonic relationships, you set boundaries with those friends? Do you have to set boundaries with those friends?
I feel like if you have to set boundaries, then it's already heading in the wrong direction, personally, because it's like outside of okay, I just don't want you two hanging out like alone together. That's about the only boundary that I can respect. If it's like, no, I have to be there or something like that, or like I have to be watching, then you're a little bit on the crazy side. Let's be real. Like
I
Yeah,
gotta
that's
agree
that's
kind of
with that.
nuts.
If you're asking more from your partner, more than just hey, don't hang out with this individual by themselves, you're already neck deep in trouble, dude. You're already digging a hole that just you're not gonna be able to get out of. It's one of those realities of you if a person either understands it or they don't understand it. And people I feel like are always aware of their actions and what they're doing. They just try to subconsciously push it out of mind so they don't have to think about it or maybe they don't feel bad about it later. But everybody definitely analyzes their actions and what they're saying and doing.
nah, I agree with that, Fitzy, because it's like it's all about basically just how how it comes across as like insecurity, because like to a certain level, like I understand where girls are coming from, where they're like, oh, you're just insecure that you don't want me hanging out with this person. But at the
Yeah,
same time, it's
it
like there
always
are,
comes that.
yeah, it's just there's that certain level to where you're like, okay, this seems like a red flag, and
Hmm.
there's nothing wrong with just simply posing the question, like, hey, is there anything or has there been anything with y'all Like,
Yeah.
what's going on with this? Like, because I've never been of the mindset of like trying to be really confrontational about that kind of stuff. I've always tried to like work through it with my exes in the past. There's a reason they were exes because bad stuff happened. Like I
Yeah.
didn't listen to the red flags, and that's like with my current partner. She's like the salt of the earth. Like love her to death, and I've never had this issue like in my brain because I just know that we're like locked in. If that makes sense. Like
Oh no, I get you 100% on that. It's like you never want to put yourself in a position where it's like you have to question your partner because like as men, once we and I tell a lot of my female friends this, as men, if we like you and want to be with you, like we put our all into you.
oh yeah,
And the moment we get super vulnerable with you, that's just kind of it. So like somebody else like pops into the scene, it's like, all right, who's this man's? Who's this person right here? Like you talking to?
And that
And
that's
you don't you
transparency though. That's
yeah,
yeah.
transparency
big
on
time.
both sides. And
Communication is
once an individual, male or female, just opens the you're opening the floodgate of transparency. I'm going to tell you all the info. If I had some relationship with this individual that was intimate, I'm going to tell you that so you're aware of what's going on. Obviously it doesn't matter anymore. I'm focused on you, but I want to be able to share that transparency. If that person can't give me that transparency back, what is there? What is there
yeah,
between
because
us?
then it's a little shady almost, you know.
I mean, it's also the vulnerability. Are they able to be vulnerable with you and share their truths with you? Because a
Hmm.
lot of times they're not. They're not. Some people are not there, and that's why, like in this scene, this whole dating scene and marriage scene now, it's like it's scary because people say, "Oh, this is just my friend," and it's supposed to be a platonic friend. Next thing you know, it's a whole other person they fucking and doing other shit with, and they're supposedly falling out of love with you because you don't show them attention. And it's
Oh
like
yeah,
it's a
yep.
whole thing. So it's like, damn, what do I do now? So I mean, yes, everything's a red flag up to a point, but it's always like that open communication, talking about it. Let's talk about it. But doesn't mean that person's going to be honest with you. Not all the time. Like
Yeah,
why
agreed.
do they have to be honest with you? Even though they like your presence, they like you around, they like being happy with you, why do I have to be 100% honest with you? Even with my platonic
Wait,
friend.
wait, wait. What? Wait, your thing is, why do you have to be 100% honest with your
That's how
partner?
some people are thinking.
Okay. I thought you were
And
saying that for you. I was like,
no,
hey,
no, no.
Kev, what's going on with that
No.
big man? Hey, you
No.
did a
No.
180 on
But
us,
like,
bro.
no, no, no. Why I'm just, thinking both sides because some people be like, "Oh, he's just my friend. Like, I don't fuck him. I don't do anything." Or she's the same way where it's like, I could be like, "Hey, that's just my friend. I haven't done anything." But, they're still questioning it. I don't like that person around you. I
No,
don't like anything you
can
do. Like,
understand that.
yeah, well, even though it's platonic, it's just providing that person reassurance that, hey, I'm all about you and not them. This is my friend. But I let people know, like, I grew up with a couple people in my life that I know, hands down, if I call them right now, they'll drop whatever they're doing and come help me. So I don't know if she would be on the same energy. And if even if she was, it's like, damn, like up to what point where will you be like, nah, I can't help you, Kev. Fuck this shit.
Yeah, no, I can understand that, man.
And
Because
I
like
tell
that.
people, like, even if you get into a relationship or a marriage, remember the people around you, your family and your core friend group. Not
Yeah.
everybody's your friend. Your core friend group that literally like the moment you something is happening, they will like pop up in 2.5 seconds.
Oh, dude, yeah. Just your actual main squad. I feel
I
that.
think people
And I've
forget
had
that. People forget
yeah,
that. They
and
get neck deep in the water and they're focused on the development of a relationship or them and their significant other and they forget their closest friends, their number one supporters, and they get into a time of need or they need help, support in any which way possible And then they start knocking on the doors and they wonder why people aren't reaching back out. They're wondering why the platonic friend they had isn't really supporting them. People get distracted or lost,
Yeah,
you could say.
and
or they,
and
yeah,
ultimately it also goes back to like even more than just like guy girl relationships, like just guys, like your homies, like sometimes you even
yeah.
lose track of your homies, and it's like when that happens, that's kind of a moment to where you're like, I can't even be friends with like my boys right now. Like, what's going on? You have to like take a step back.
Mm, yeah, and that's the thing. It's like sometimes you'll get into something with somebody and they're just like, "Oh, I don't like you with that person. I don't like you around that person." They get you to act different or they have you do this and they'll, sometimes give you an ultimatum. Get rid of them or spend less time with them and spend more time with me. And it's like, "Yeah, no, fuck that." And I've had someone be like, "Yeah, get rid of your day ones and spend more time with me because I'm your friend." Hold on, miss. Hold on. I know. This is new. This is new, and I don't know how long this is gonna last. I'm gonna let I want it to last forever, but I don't know how long it's gonna last. But I know no matter my ups or downs, they will always be around.
Oh yeah,
That's like a girl trying to tell me I couldn't be friends with Patrick. If that happened, game over. Game over. Sorry, ma'am. The door is over there. You can take a walk. Patrick been here
uh,
since day one. You just showed up.
yeah,
You're gone.
I'm bad for you, Fitzy. I gave you a neck fan to to help you out one time, man. I'm
It
terrible
was
for
it
you.
was love at
so
first sight.
so guys, so in regard to your platonic friendships, do you feel like there's like a time limit for what you would consider like those core friendships that you have? Like, all right, this is my a platonic relationship with this other person that I've had for a minute. We don't ever cross the line. We may have discussed it at one point, but it's never been like something you cross the line with. Is there ever been a point where it's just like, nah, this is my core. This is one of my core people,
So
and your other significant other like kind of got mad, but the kind of just accepted it.
so personally for me, not not really, because at least for members of the opposite sex, I really only ever had one relationship where I had a female best friend, and we were cool. Like like we would go hang out every once in a while. But then I started to notice that like, holy shit, maybe my girlfriend like does have a point right now because we were basically going on like dates. Like we'd go get like pretty much like we would basically be going on like mini dates without actually having any I guess
What the
intentions.
but what do you consider a date? Because
Uh,
everybody's definition of a date is different.
This is true.
What do
going
you
one
consider a
on,
date?
basically like going one on one. Sit well, I have a truck, so I sit in the back of the truck bed and then just like get ice cream, and then we just sit there in a park and just watch the sunset together. And like
So
it would always be
so
like
more like
we'd never get like
romantic based
physical.
activities.
Almost, yeah, to where like it could spark that,
Hmm.
and I'm like, I can understand why that would be, why that would be kind of a red flag for my partner. There was never really any intention behind it, but her and I like kind of split off after a little while, mainly just because I was sort of getting a little bit like confused as to why I was having so many like, I guess what's the word I'm looking for? Not
You were building feelings for her?
no, not in the slightest. I think it was
Okay.
the opposite way around because I was getting confused because I was getting a lot of signals from her, but
Oh, so
I
she
wasn't.
was she was hitting you with signals.
Pretty much, yeah. So it was
Were
just
they
kind of like,
obvious signals, or it was like it took you a minute to pick up on it?
oh, dude, I'm a brick wall. You could literally sit there and try to like make out with me, and I wouldn't even notice. Like I'm a
Li-
brick wall, man.
I think most of us are. Um, so I mean, it's probably not until your girlfriend said something as when you actually paid attention.
Yes, and also all of my friends too, like my boys.
Mm.
They were all like, so like, are y'all dating or something? Like after I broke up with my ex, uh, they were like, so are y'all dating? And I'm like, no, dude, we're just homies. And they're like, yeah, but like, what do y'all do? And I would be like, oh yeah, we go watch movies together. We go to the park. We just kind of hang out. Like sometimes we'll just sit in her car, and just like talk about life and all sorts of different
This girl
stuff.
was
And then
playing the
like,
long game. She was
oh
she was
yeah,
playing the
No, she
long
was playing a
game.
long game,
no,
definitely.
no, and
Definitely
like
playing a
looking
long
back at
game.
it now,
She
yeah,
said, "I got my
definitely.
eyes on him. He broke up with his
And
girl.
then
But
It's open
and
you
then the
see,
season."
funny thing is, she started dating, or not dating, but started basically trying to like mess with my best friends, and I was like,
Hmm.
okay, this is a little odd. And then it kind of came up to like, oh, maybe this was like done in an attempt to like get me jealous, because I never really reacted differently. And then she started being more distant when like they were like quote unquote together talking to one another, and then all of a sudden it was like as soon as they quote unquote broke up after like 2 month fling, she was like, "Hey," like
Came round,
she
that's a
came
popped
big
right
red
back
flag
came
to
up.
right
me.
back
She
It's
up.
like,
popped right back up.
"Hey," you know?
So the thing is, it's like I I I mean I've hung out with some of my female friends one on one, like, and just chills, nothing crazy.
Yeah,
But like, mm, it's like when you are in a relationship, it's just, I guess it's weird when you do that, because it's like, all right, you hang out with this person a lot. What the fuck is going on? It's like, bro, we just chatting it up, we just, whatever, hanging out, but it's nothing that deep. But it's not like, say if it was two females or a female and a guy, and it's like three of y'all, then it's like nobody thinks nothing of it. But it's when it's one on one, that's when people start thinking like, y'all got something going on. Y'all not just friends. What's up?
personally, I feel like if there was any, so this is kind of like my personal stance as far as the boundaries, not boundaries, but more so what I look out for in my relationship with my girlfriend. Um, and like I said, we're locked in, like, and I've never had a moment to where I like distrusted her, like at all. But for me personally, in my past, I've always, after I started noticing all those different signs with my previous female friend, I was like, okay, this is a little bit of drama that I kind of just want to avoid later on. And then my life just really didn't change afterwards. So I was like, yeah, you don't really add too much actual value to my life. So I guess where I'm going with this is basically just if you have like female friends, it's more so like just try to make it or try to make your partner as comfortable as possible with that fact. Like, don't do anything sus around them.
And
Or
some of that I'll say comes from showing your partner seeing like what kind of value that individual brings to your life. They're not just there, for you to have like a backup, or this is somebody that I kind of got feelings for and I just kind of hold on to them for funsies. No, you you kind of show them through the actions, and maybe introduce them to that individual and make them feel comfortable about that individual being around or being near you, because that
oh
individual
yeah,
has value. They contribute to your life. They bring something positive that you need and that you desire from support from other individuals.
because that's the thing. If you're not getting, if you need someone else that's not your girlfriend for that kind of support and stuff like that, then either one, you should reconsider your relationship with your partner because it's like, hey, how come you ain't getting that from them? Like, you're not getting what you deserve.
Yeah, I
But
mean, like you said, I think it's for me. I always have to present my friends to whoever I'm dealing with, and I tell them straight up, like, yo, if you can't get past these people, then you're not in my life. Point blank. Period. Like,
well,
I don't want you here at all.
do
So
you do
like,
that as of like out of a courtesy, or is it more so like you do that because you're like, I want to get this person comfortable with these people, so there's no bullshit that
both,
happens later on.
because either way, these people are in my life. If these people are in my life, I want you to meet them immediately. Like, they will,
Hmm.
like, some people pop up like, hey, Kev, we're doing this, and these are the people I'm doing it with. So it's like, if you can't get comfortable with the people that are around me, then that's a problem, because these are my friends. I know they're my friends. It's not like they're acquaintances where it's just like, oh, out of courtesy, I'm just linking up with them or hanging. No, these are my people. and I would like them. And my people always are very welcoming. They'll bring you in and make sure you feel great about yourself and about the group and everything like that. It's
Mhm.
not like they'll sit there and try to alienate you. They'll definitely question you, like, all right, you really like our friend? Like, what's up?
Yeah,
And go
because
from
they're
there. But
defending you more so.
yeah. But then once they feel a good vibe, then in energy, then it's like, all right, cool. Like, all right, we got you. We like you here. Let's make sure things are
Welcome to
going well.
squad.
Yeah, yeah, essentially.
Welcome to squad, man.
But
That's honestly the most important thing. Even with like when I introduce my guy friends to my
mhm.
partners, I'm always like, man, I hope it's not necessarily like I hope they like her. It's more so I hope like they get along enough to where, because in that long run game, like y'all are married, y'all have a house together. Ultimately, like your squad and like the people that are like that got your back, you want them to come over to your place and like hopefully they have kids at some point and you have kids, and then you're like, I want our kids to play together and I don't want this weird energy from like, I don't really like your friends. That's just kind of
Yeah,
like
that's guy.
some
That really sucks.
oh yeah, no, like dude, you got to think like long game for some of these things.
No,
Like
you meet these people in your life, and they have a lot of, they mean a lot to you, and you want to be able to bring those worlds together sometimes. Like sometimes I'll meet a really close friend in college, and I want them to meet one of my other friends from like one of my hobbies, and I want to be able to kind of put these people together because I think they're both awesome and amazing, and I think they could even contribute something to each other's lives.
I did not approve of them, Fitzy. No, I'm kidding.
I tried.
I did not approve of them. I mean, and that's the thing. It's like even with my female friends, like I'm normally the last guy to meet some of the people that they're dating because I'm very critical. I'm very critical of the people that are, trying to get at my
Toxic.
friends. Toxic. Nah, I mean, I'm very like, all right, why you here, sir? What the fuck do
What
you
are
want? Do
your
you just want vagina?
intentions? What are your
Do you
intentions with
just
my
want
friend?
do,
What are your
do you
intentions
just
with
want
my
vagina? Do you just want vagina? Just say that. Let me know
Speak up.
now so I can hate you right
Say it with your
now
chest.
instead of later.
Yeah,
But I
say it
mean,
with your chest.
it's just one of those things because I mean, you pick up things that your friends won't pick up, and the same things for your friends. They'll
Yeah.
pick up things about your person that you won't pick up because you're blinded by how much you're infatuated by them and how much you love them and how much you enjoy their company. So it's like having those platonic friends that know you and that can check you and be like, "Yo, you're fucking up.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
fix this shit. Like, what is this?" And kind of take it from there. That's the best thing. So platonic relationships to me exist and they can be worked on. It's like you can meet somebody tomorrow and be like, have no attraction to them, and it's like, all right, I guess we're just friends. But as you get older, it's just why add new people? Honestly, sometimes
Yeah, you're just like,
why?
man, there's no point. I've already known these people since I was in kindergarten. There's no
hmm
point.
But with us, in the airsoft, it's like, all right, we can meet new people. Maybe they make up. Just let's talk some more. A bunch of weirdos in airsoft, but let's talk. Let's see where it goes and grow
Oh
from
man,
there. But again,
as long as you're open-minded, like that's the most important part, man. Like,
agree. I
oh,
agree.
I was about to say like I don't really have very many just like straight up female friends, but I completely forgot about one that I met for working at an airsoft field.
Oh yeah.
Mm,
Shout out Maribeth. I know she would be there for me in a heartbeat through anything.
mm.
Her and my girlfriend get along well. It makes me super happy that like they're both just chill, because like that's ultimately the biggest thing is you don't want to invite both of them to like the same place. Like, oh yeah, let's all go out for dinner or something like that, and then you have to worry about like this set awkward energy at the table. Like it kind of kills the vibe.
Yeah, because women do be awkward against
They
each
be
other.
they be sharing
It's
that
Oh, they be
negative aura to each other. They
no,
be they be
oh
spiting
it'd
from
yeah.
be
across the
weird.
table. They're just death staring, and you're just sitting there like, oh god,
Yeah, and
oh
then
god.
in our silly man brains, we're just kind of like, oh, what's going
Okay,
on?
Guys, is everything
cool.
all
Okay,
right?
yeah. They like
Oh,
they like each other. Cool.
yay! You start doing like a little caveman clap or like the seal clap. But no, like that's what's like the most important thing is like Maribeth is like my dog, but like I don't sit there and like constantly talk to her. Don't sit there and like constantly just like hang out with her. I don't really even do one-on-one stuff. And, like I've met her boyfriend, stupidly happy for her, man. Like that's one of the coolest things about it is like that is the only female platonic relationship I have in my life, and I've only ever really had like two female friends. Like honestly, like to where I'm like, yeah, you're just a friend. Like I have no not affection, but like I have no feelings towards you whatsoever. So when I finally like got that with Maribeth, I guess I was kind of like, I just don't even think about it because I'm like, that's just one of the boys. That's like my homie, you know?
Yeah. I mean, once you get comfortable as a guy, it's just like, all right, that's it. I'm locked in. It's
Yeah,
over.
yeah, man.
And I don't think some women understand that when we get to the point of being when we finally decide to be like, all right, this is it. I'm opening up. I'm being vulnerable. This is my person. I'm here. I'm locked in. I don't see nobody else. Even in okay, I have these other women that are my friends, but it's like they're just my friends. It's like it's going nowhere with them.
Hmm.
Like I'd have been in some shit with them before if that was even possible, but
Yeah, like
they're
decades ago,
yeah,
like
they're my friends. But yeah. Um but yeah, so as we get to the end of this episode, what do you guys want to leave people with regarding platonic relationships? And are they even possible?
I would say, yeah, they're definitely possible as long as you kind of find like the right person, and as long as you find the right person to be like in a relationship with, it's absolutely possible to do. Yeah, like because you just gotta have that vibe, to where like everything just clicks. You don't even if you're thinking about it too hard, then there might be a problem. Is kind of where I would leave that off as.
I'd piggyback with Patrick. Platonic relationships definitely hold value to me, and they could hold value to other individuals. It's how you treat them and keep them in mind when you're working with your partner or working towards a relationship, and having that kind of open communication, respect, and prioritizing, does this person bring that kind of value to me that I want to keep them in my life, or do I just need to part ways and continue other ways?
Sounds good. Thank you guys for joining me for this episode. But you,
Thank you for having us.
Thanks,
yeah,
Kev.
no problem. But that's it for this episode. You guys can find me on all your social media platforms at Random Guy Kev and my website at randomguykev.com. Don't forget to check in, and I will catch you guys on the next one.